I'm addicted to failing. I go out of my way to manufacture situations where I could and likely will fail. I'm Tim with the Truck House Life YouTube channel, and this is why I repeatedly set myself up for failure. And when I say I'm addicted to failing, I fail at everything all the time. And the biggest thing about failing is if you keep trying, eventually you won't fail. We're not taking the truck today. We're taking the little RAV4. We're heading into town because I've got a little project to do for a really good buddy of mine and his business. So one of my biggest failures was math. I was absolutely horrible at math. Like, I was failing at it in high school. I hated it. I was bad at it, so I hated it. And for some crazy reason, I became obsessed with math and trying to figure it out. So my master's degree was environmental science, and it had a focus towards hydrology. There's a lot of math involved. To me, it was a really good feeling to have overcome something that I hated so much because I didn't understand how to do it. And I think not knowing how to do it can be applied to so many different things in life. Speaking of not knowing how to do something, we're gonna go do something I've never done right now, and I cannot mess this up at all. I've only got one shot to do it. You know what's funny is I'm not even done with my own house. I'm still gonna trim the inside. I'm still gonna do some railing out there, as you guys can see. But I'm gonna go help out my buddy first because he's been helping me out. He's the only reason my red truck isn't pouring exhaust. He fixed the 5th gear in this, so it was popping out. RAV4 is the 96 2000s. They're known for popping out of 5th gear. And luckily it's an easy fix. Now this vehicle is working great, and he's got my blue truck in there working in that right now also. Let's go do it. If this is your first time watching this channel, I picked this car up a few months ago, pretty cheap for 1,500 bucks. I just had to do a little bit of work to it, very minimal, and it has been awesome. Much cheaper than driving around the big old diesels, especially right now because gas is $6.30 a gallon. It's not cheap. Look who's camper's chilling at the house. That's Seth's camper of the Saucy Seth YouTube channel. You guys should check him out after this video if you haven't seen it. He's on a road trip up from the lower 48, just visiting Alaska. Been doing a couple adventures together, but he flew out for a little trip. I don't want to give it away. You guys can go check his channel out to see it. Absolutely beautiful day out today. Man, you know what's crazy is this the 3rd week of April right now, and it looks like this outside. There's literally icebergs out there. It's the coldest winter on record in Alaska. It's like it's that cold. So right now we're heading to my buddy's shop in Anchorage, Alaska. You guys might know Max. He's got a YouTube channel called The Adventures of Phineas. Me and Max have been buddies for a pretty long time now. I don't even know, over a decade. He also happens to be the best mechanic I've ever known my entire life. He's a guy that understands linear concepts. He knows how things work, and that's because he's taken them apart a lot. He's tried a lot. He's learned a lot over the years. Max reached out to me and he asked if I could do some woodworking for him. And of course I said yes. I was stoked. And it's something that I haven't really done before. Some of you guys know that I built my own house here in Alaska, and it was just me and my buddy Sam that framed the whole thing, and then me and my buddy and Dustin that just finished the whole inside of it. It's an insane project, and one of the projects I tackled on the house was the countertops. I wanted to make my own countertops. It was a totally insane process. So I saw these huge wood slabs on Marketplace, and they're like 5 hours away, and unfortunately my truck was broken down at the time. I didn't have my truck for like half a year then, and I was building this entire house using my Toyota Corolla, my $600 car, to transport all the supplies. So I took this free trailer that someone gave me, and I hopped in the Toyota Corolla and went down and picked up these slabs, brought them back and cut them into countertops, and just finished them up and epoxied them, and it turned out awesome. Like, I was shocked. I did a lot of research, but I'd never done that before. So Max had seen my work in my house, and he asked me if I could make him a coffee table and a countertop for his business in Anchorage for Superior Automotive. I went and made his countertop for him, which wasn't too crazy. But what we're doing today is making a coffee table. It normally wouldn't be a crazy thing to do, but the piece of wood that Max has for this coffee table isn't wide enough for the coffee table. So I have to join 2 huge wood slabs together somehow and make a coffee table out of that. It's a big, long, expensive slab of wood, and I've only got 1 shot to do it, and I don't know if I can, but I'm pretty sure I can. So that's what we're going to go do right now. We're going to go try to make this awesome, epic coffee table that hundreds of people will see at Superior Automotive. You can go check it out at Superior Automotive. I just stopped really quick so you guys can see these icebergs. It's so cool. I just can't believe it's like the 3rd week of April and there's still this much ice and snow. You guys can see. Pretty cool. Woo, it's pretty out. Back in the road. Speaking of not knowing if stuff's gonna work out and just trying it, right across there, I had one of the best experiences of my life in a whitewater kayak. Some of you guys might not have known this, but I wrote a book when I was 25 years old. It was a whitewater kayaking guidebook for the state of Alaska. If you guys want to check the book out, it's called Alaska Whitewater, A Guide to Rivers and Creeks in the Last Frontier. It's out of print now, but you might be able to find a copy on Amazon or something for $1 billion. Don't get ripped off by it either, because I sold that book for $39, and that was back in 2007. And part of the project of the guidebook was trying to find new runs to whitewater paddle. This creek had never been paddled over here. I knew the creek might not be runnable at all, could be an epic failure, but I just had a good feeling about it. So one of my best friends, Javier Engel, who you guys might have seen in my truck camper in the truck house, he's the guy I have on the wall on a little memorial card, and he passed away in 2014 from whitewater kayaking. It's pretty sad, in Seattle, Washington, in the Rogue River. Anyway, Hob was with me, and I had another buddy with me. We'd suffered for a good hour walking up this creek with our boats, dragging our heavy boats through the woods, getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. And we saw an opening in the trees, and as we walked up to it, we saw the coolest set of waterfalls I'd ever seen in Alaska. It's like these perfect waterfalls into these little teacup pools, and it was runnable. You could run all of it in your kayak, or it looked like you could. And we put in above those and ran the first descent of this creek. That creek is in the guidebook now, and it was an epic time, and it just goes to show you that sometimes you don't know how something's going to turn out, but most of the time it's worth the effort, and even if it doesn't work out, you still learn from it. Anyway, enough preaching. Let's get on into town. We've got some trying to do. I'm going to be trying something that I've never tried before today, so we'll see how it goes. Well, friends, we are here. Let's go find a parking spot. Actually, I'm going to go drop these tools off near the door in here. Tight quarters, man. There's Max's truck there. These boys are busy today. I think Max actually has to take off in a few minutes, so we'll go scope out the situation and get moving. Alright guys, we're here at Superior Automotive. It's where my good buddy Max works. What we're doing is, see where all those chairs are right there? We're gonna mount that bar top I made right there so customers can hang out and work on their laptops, get some coffee next door, and have a view of the mountains out there. We're up here getting to business. So this is the bar top I made for him, for the customers to sit at. Some fun gears and stuff in there and wrenches. Anyway, we're gonna install this today, and this is the slab that I'm working on the next few days. I'm gonna cut 2 3-foot sections out of it, stick them together to make a coffee table, and then we'll have to plane it, glue them, do all the things, and then give them all epoxied like this. So this one's gonna be a little bit more work than the bar top, but I think it's gonna turn out sweet, so let's do it. We'll get a couple things going on with this slab. Number one, there's no square corners, there's no straight cuts because it's a tree. Not only am I fighting that, but I'm also fighting the fact that it's kind of cupped, the whole thing. Like it's laying flat on the ground, and look at that. This is like a good inch higher than that side, so I'm trying to think of how to do this, because if I shave this an inch, it's gonna be just way off. Think about this for a second. Okay. I saw that. Let's get some like really bad cupping, like the whole slab, how like
right,
how like it comes up like that much. It's like over an inch.
I don't think it was like that when we got it.
Okay. Look at Max's cute dogs.
Come on, Cinder, come. Come.
Oh yeah. She won't do it. She's like stairs.
She will if it wasn't her house. She's never walked down that many stairs. Cinders and ashes.
What a cutie. Still got my bad back a month later. Here, this will be funny.
It doesn't.
So this is the base. The table is going to go on. Max welded all this together. So I'm going to pre-drill holes to this, so when we put the wood on top, we can just sink lag screws into it. Nice. It's like I know I made that turn before to get up here. If you need help back here, let me know. All right, freaking moment of truth.
Yes.
Nice, look at that. There goes the window. I think it's gonna slide perfectly straight back in, but it should go. If it doesn't, I might have to play with it a little bit. Like a glove. Nice. Sweet. There we go. Cool.
Like it's meant to be.
Now I just need some chairs. It's a good standing desk. Yeah, I'll do this if you guys want to notch the metal out. We're doing the final touches. You guys can see this is the bottom. So those are all the little droplets. We're gonna sand those down and it should be good to go. Oh yeah. Nice.
Premium.
That'll do. Now you see some stools. Locking them in. So right now we're cutting our 2 slabs out of this 1 slab. We're gonna stick them together and that's gonna make a coffee table. Yeah, I don't remember that one being so cupped when it was first here.
Nah, I think it comes more.
We get to test out this new track saw today. Pretty stoked on this thing. So just allow me to get a perfectly straight cut so I can join these 2 pieces together. I'm gonna line my track up with the lines that I already did on this edge over here. You can see it just cuts right along that line, perfectly straight all the way across. It's only 2.5 inch depth blades. This is 3 inches thick, so I'm gonna have to finish it off with something else. It's definitely a good cut to work with right now. Beautiful. Look at those lines. So cool. You can tell, didn't quite get all the way through. If I did my calculations correct, this would be 60. That's perfect. And that means the halfway point is 30, which is where my table's gonna be cut now. That looks correct. So let's hit this with the track saw, and then we're gonna have ourselves a table, 2 slabs to put together. And now we're just gonna hope that these 2 pieces will fit together where I cut that edge right there. Let's find out, shall we? Come on, baby. Sweet. There it is. You're a little bit cupped, but we're gonna make it work. Get the 2 halves together, and as you can tell, the slab was cupping pretty bad. We're gonna glue it as is, crank it down to hold it overnight, and in the morning it should be a solid piece. Then I'll start some planing and try to get it leveled out a little bit, and we'll get it all ready for some epoxy and some customization. Cool thing about wood glue is it's actually stronger than the wood itself. So if this splits, it's not going to be the glue that splits, like the wood will actually break where it's attached to glue. You just use this brush, it's a leftover brush that you don't really need, so. Let's get this one. I still got to plane and sand this thing, so even if the glue kind of runs off a little bit, it's fine. Sweet. There she goes. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna call that a win. I might take some ratchet straps and go around the outsides too, just to make it a little bit stronger. Okay, we'll see how that does overnight. We're gonna let her sit. Next thing I'm gonna do is run to Eagle River, North Anchorage a little bit, and pick up some more epoxy. We're gonna need more to do this, so I'm gonna go grab some of that, and then we'll head on home for the night. Back on the road. It's funny, you guys can see my truck right over there. Just waiting to get a little bit of stuff done. Go pick up some epoxy. We got our epoxy and we are heading home, y'all. Heading home. We're gonna wake up early tomorrow and head back into town. Got a good bit of work to do left in the slab. I just want to give a quick shout out to Primo Works right here. I met them at the truck show, the No BS OBS, and they hooked me up with these pretty sweet armrests right here. So got a place to just chill and lock your arm in and hold your drinks right here too. Pretty rad. Squeeze up into the chaotic driveway. Trucks all over the place. I'm like working on my truck down here. Speaking of working on the truck, I was changing the oil on both my trucks this winter. Had a little bit of an accident there, spilled a little bit. But actually speaking of an accident, it was totally insane. You guys ever like failed to the point where it's embarrassing? I'll tell you one, actually. I've changed the oil probably 100 times in my vehicles over the years. I definitely know how to do it. I've done it plenty of times in the truck. I have a video on how to change the oil in the truck. Sometimes you still screw up, and I screwed up pretty bad. I actually wasn't paying attention. On the old powerstroke trucks, the transmission fluid drain bolt, where you drain your transmission fluid, that bolt is not very far from the oil pan drain bolt where you change your oil. So on the 7.3 Powerstrokes, they hold 15 quarts of oil. So when I was changing the oil, I was actually draining the transmission fluid and only like 6 quarts came out. So I thought, oh, it's too cold. The oil is too cold. I need to warm the truck up properly longer. So I'll just pour the oil back in and warm the truck up and then do the oil change again. So I put the drain plug back in and I take all that transmission fluid that I'd collected in the pan down low, and I poured it into my engine oil reservoir. Like I filled my engine oil with transmission fluid. So on top of the 15 quarts of old oil that was in my 7.3, I poured 6 quarts of transmission fluid. So it was crazy overfull. I fired up the truck to warm up the oil, and the truck was running horrible. And I was like, wow, it wasn't running horrible before. And I went to put it in drive and it wouldn't move because there's no transmission fluid. I don't know. I thought it was my hydro chip freaking out and all this other stuff. And like 3 days later, I had realized what I had done. I drained my transmission fluid and poured it in my oil. I realized this because I checked my transmission fluid and there was none in it. Brilliant. So sometimes you fail even if you know what you're doing, and it doesn't matter. It's embarrassing, but you move on. And guess what? I'll probably never make that mistake again. Here, let's go over here. I'll show you how close the transmission drain pan bolt is to the oil drain pan bolt. So if you guys look up under here, there is your oil drain pan bolt. There's your transmission drain pan bolt. So, but they're close enough to where if you're just totally not paying attention, you can screw it up, but we're not gonna do that again. There's a toolbox over there. A little project I need to do in the garage today. God. Oh yeah, I forgot. So I installed a new door striker on here because the door was like wobbling back and forth, and that bushing wears off. It's a really common Ford problem. And now, looks like I didn't adjust the striker right. Let's see. Door's hard to open, so I need to move the striker. I failed an install. With these strikers though, from what I can tell, there's not really a method. You just have to keep guessing where they sit until your door closes perfect. So sometimes there's not a technique to stuff. You just keep trying and keep failing until eventually it works, which is what we're about to do right now. Should be good. Get one of these torque head bits. Oop. There she is. We're just gonna undo this. If I get lucky, I'll guess it right the first time. We just need to move it just a little bit. See if it's enough to move it a little. Need to come back our way a little bit because it's hard to open the door. There it goes. Let's try that. Either the door is gonna close awesome or it's not gonna close at all. Okay. No way. I got it the first try. That's awesome. See, so sometimes it works out. Funny part is, when I replaced this, I tried like 40 times. I had to keep adjusting that position 40 times till I finally got it kind of good, but then the door was still getting stuck. And that time, I got it my first try. So that shows you sometimes you don't always keep failing, even if you don't know how to do something. Sometimes you just get lucky and you get it right. Double check. Sweet, that's so awesome. We have one more thing we need to take care of. Oh, look at this, I finally put another shelf in. I still have to organize the garage. I'm still building the house. You can see all the building materials right there. It's our bikes that survive the rollover. Our bike's actually pushing all our totes out. We need impact driver, I think will do it. And a bit kit. We're gonna go do something that I've been needing to do, try to do this with one hand, forever on the truck house. I think I've got it stored in the front seat, if I remember right. Yes, that's it. Not too much of a wreck in here, eh? Getting ready for a pretty awesome trip coming up that we're gonna take you guys on, but we've got some prepping to do first. So now it's been going on over a year. My paper towel holder, as soon as I start driving, it just slides off because all these prongs came off like that. So I'm missing 2 of them. So it doesn't hold the paper towel roll on. So we're getting rid of it. We're gonna remove it right now. I think I already have a Phillips head bit. I've got my new paper towel holder, and I think there's 2 screws right there. Lucky for me, they're Phillips head. Let's get them off of there. It's an exciting day right here, y'all. Yes, sir. Served me well, paper towel holder. Thank you very much. Actually, I can reuse this in the house. Out with the old, in with the new. Sweet. One more screw and we're in business. Look at that. I bought this paper towel holder freaking 6 years ago, and I just ordered one that looked like it online, and the bolt holes happen to line up perfectly. When does that ever happen? You guys are witnessing all these successes on my first try, which is not what you normally see in this channel. So this is awesome right now. Here's a new roll. They've been behind the oven because it just falls off. If I put it up here. Now, oh yeah, look at that. Not going anywhere, like a rock. Very cool, man. Oh, and there's you guys remember Javier that I was talking about earlier in this video? If you look him up, you can Google him. He's one of my best buddies. I used to pick him up when he was 13 years old. It's pretty nuts. And as soon as he got out of school, we go whitewater kayaking probably every other afternoon in Anchorage, Alaska, the summer and springtime. Pretty awesome human, man. If you look him up, he's a special human. Think about him every day. In my last video, I remember I talked about grit and that being what gets me through everything, honestly. Trying will bring you to success, obviously, but failing also brings you to success. So that's why you shouldn't be scared to fail. And a pretty good example is honestly this Ford truck right here. My blue one, I've still got her. My old blue truck is at the shop right now. Actually, Max is working on some stuff on it, rebuilding the transfer case and sorting out some kind of demon on there, because that's what he's good at. Super fired up to get that truck back. Some of you guys might have known that I went through quite the spell with that truck where I just had a lot of issues, I'll put it that way. I brought the blue truck in to get worked on somewhere. I had a lot of stuff done to it at the same time, fixing all these different problems. And it created this new monster problem. And basically for 6 months, that blue truck was out of commission. The issue kept hiding itself. It was just difficult to find. And I didn't have my vehicle for just about half a year. That really, number one, hurt my channel. Number two, hurt my confidence in the truck. It's a really helpless feeling to be relying off this one thing and it not work out for you. And some of you guys know that's why I bought this red truck. So I'd have a backup truck. So if my main truck is down, I've still got this one, or vice versa. If this truck goes down, then I still have my other truck. So I always have one functioning vehicle so I can provide awesome videos for you guys and go on these adventures that I love doing. But I felt pretty helpless not having that vehicle for a long time. It also just made me not super confident in it, just not knowing what's going on. But at the same time, I'd put all this energy and effort into learning that vehicle and learning how it works. And that made sense to me to just keep that truck going and keep trying, because once I figured it out, I would really know my way around it. And so that fueled my decision to get another old Ford truck that was supposed to be running perfect. I won't get into that right now. But as you guys saw that whole fiasco unfold, this red truck had a ton of issues driving across the country right after I bought it. And I learned a lot from those issues. Despite feeling helpless again and frustrated, now this truck's running great. It's running awesome. This truck drove all the way from Washington to Florida with no issues, and all the way from Florida to Alaska with no issues, all the way back here, except for an exhaust leak, which is fixed now. And it feels good when you just stick with something and learn it and figure it out. It just makes all the trying worth the effort. So obviously, if there's a challenge, there's a chance you might not overcome the challenge. You might fail. In the last video, I talked about the driver's ed job that I had for 20 years, and that was an incredible job, awesome team of humans. And I'd say as far as a job, that was the most rewarding job I've ever had. The reason the driver's ed job was so rewarding is because you're overcoming a challenge and it gives you a sense of purpose. I would teach people that had never touched a steering wheel in their life, never driven a car, how to drive, and help get them their driver's license in 4 days of learning how to drive. Which sounds insane, but we did it week in and week out. And to me, that job just gave meaning to my life. I think it's because you're changing someone else's life. Anytime you can influence someone's life or change it for the better, that obviously makes them feel really good, and it also makes you feel really good. So it's like a win-win. It's just a really good feeling. I'm sure most of you guys have felt that before. And to me, driver's ed, it was just like overcoming the challenge of not knowing how to drive. And when you do, it gives you purpose. You feel like you accomplished something, and now you can do all these cool things because you got your driver's license, because you gave it a go, you tried, and you succeeded. Every now and then I'd get a student that failed their road test when they took it their first time, maybe because they're nervous or just needed a little more practice. And it wasn't a big deal. I reassured them to go out and practice, and then they'd come back and take it and they'd pass it their second time. So sometimes it might take you more than once, but you just gotta keep trying. Anyway, pretty tired. I think I'm gonna go in and call it, and we'll see you guys in the morning. We're heading back to Max's. We're gonna go finish that coffee table, and hopefully it's not split apart when we get there. I hope those two sections stay together. We'll see. Did it blow up on you, or what's it doing?
I just noticed that like it wasn't accelerating, and so I pulled over, and then it started making a weird sound, so I just shut it off, and then I went outside and I saw all of the oil dumping out of it.
Oh, like out of the, is like your drain bolt in the bottom of it?
Yeah, it's the drain bolt.
Well, the good news is the 7.3s, if they get low in oil, they just literally shut themselves off. So you should be. Good morning, everyone. We are heading back into town to Max's shop, and we got some more work to do, so let's do it. We're filling up the RAV4. Made it pretty far, like almost 270 miles on a tank. Man, this is crazy prices for fuel I've seen in a while. Diesel is over $6 a gallon, $6.19, but unleaded's only $4.50. So we're driving the little RAV4, and it's like almost $2 a gallon cheaper to drive this little guy versus the old 7.3 powerstroke. There you have it. It's only 54 bucks to fill this thing up. Pretty awesome. We ain't starting the day without a coffee from Kaladi's right here, so we're doing that. Also, if you guys want some good coffee, Kaladi's actually ships coffee to you. So if you look in my description of this video, I'll have a discount code TruckHouseLife. If you type that in, you get a deal on it. And yeah, it's just good stuff. I've been drinking it for probably 25 years or so. Anyway, let's hit it. And just like that, deja vu. Nice, look at that, people are using the thing. That's awesome, that's exactly what it's made for right there. What's going on? What are you up to? Oh, get into it.
Put fence back together.
Okay, y'all, so here we have it. Let's see if it held together overnight. So this is all just one slab. I cut it in half and stuck it together. The problem was the entire slab was cupped. It's forming like a C. So when I put those two C's together, it's gonna have like a bridge and a low point and another bridge and a low point. That doesn't really matter for under the table, but for on top of it, you don't want stuff like rolling off of it. So I'm gonna take the planer and I'm gonna try to get rid of the high bridges right there. drop it off. Pop this loose, and hopefully it just holds. Ready? There it is. At this point, it's been glued for about 24 hours right at it, so like 22 and a half. Please stay together. Yeah, look at that. It held. That's awesome, y'all. Solid as a rock. Looks good. So now that I've stood it up, if you stare down at it, you can see the cupping. You can see the bridge and the low point, and the bridge and another low point. So we're gonna take a planer and just hit the top of the bridges, just like I was saying, and see what that does. So this is a little DeWalt planer right here, and it has this blade right there that just rotates, just starts scraping away, just chiseling away smoothly at the surface. So we're gonna hit this spot right there in the middle, this spot right here in the middle, and see if we can bring that down, get it level with everything around it. I figured it's a nice day to work outside, so we're gonna do it out here, and it won't make as much of a mess. We're gonna go back and smooth it down, but you guys can see how this one had a high arch. This one had the same one over here, and see how it's starting to eat it flat. We're gonna get it kind of knocked down, and then I'll go across and get a nice smooth plane all the way through, and then we should be good to go. Okay, we are getting there. See how it's looking a lot more level now? The top, maybe not the bottom, but the top is. It's pretty darn close, significantly better. Like I would put my drink in this and not worry about it sliding off now. So we're gonna call it there. Still have some rustic twist to it. Snap-on brought 2 vintage snap-on wrenches. I'm gonna make sure it's not a 10mm before I just put it in here permanently. They're not 10, they're like 1/2 inches. Okay. We're gonna spruce up the table, so we're gonna put these 2 wrenches in the top to kind of just lock these 2 pieces together, just a little extra. And on the bottom, I've actually got metal strapping that we're going to basically route out and then screw those into place. That should really hold it. Screw these into place. I can't do this with one hand, so I can hold the camera in my chin. Here we go. There it goes. Fits right down in there. There she goes. Got everything routed out how I want. I'll pour the epoxy and they'll be locked in there, and it'll kind of help lock everything together too, because that's where the split in the table is, even though you can barely tell right now. I'm gonna get these braces in here to lock her down proper. It was interesting when it was sitting on the floor for a long time, it started bolting up through that one slab, started doing this crazy cut. So I didn't get it like, I think it'll turn out pretty good, but kind of get that side flat, you know? Yeah. I'm gonna drop our braces in right there. The same thing this other side, and we'll be in business. Should help lock it together pretty good on the bottom. Here, our next step, we're just sanding her down and getting her ready for epoxy now. For this, I'm going to use a pretty fine grit. I've got 220. What's up, Hello. Yeah, it looks perfect. You get a screwdriver I can hit it with?
Here, let me get you a better wrench.
Yeah, thank you. That's a great hammer, yeah.
Well, this hammer, would you like this?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
What flavor hammer would you like, Timmy?
You weld those together into a sledge?
Yeah.
Into a sledge? Yeah. That's so cool. The customers are already using that bar top in there. Way to get this bark off here, then we're gonna sand. And this slab is a little bit different. You notice I had the sides kind of cut under instead of out. I just did that because this was the better side of the slab to use, so we didn't have a choice, but we need to get rid of this a little bit right there. There, it's much better. There's not a nasty sharp protrusion right there. Oh yeah. Right, here we go, y'all. Got her all cleaned up, ready to rock. So dropping the tools in their final resting places. This was actually inside of my transfer case on my blue Ford pickup truck. Max rebuilt it. So it's a bearing that's seen better days. It's now gonna live inside this coffee table. Sensor, it's kind of fun. Spark plug. See how much we can get out of it. 5, we're gonna go to 5 in this one. The hardener and epoxy in there. 1-to-1 ratio. You want to make sure once you push that paddle in that you keep it below the surface, because you do not want to pull it up above the surface and pull air bubbles down into the mixture. And mix it nice and slow. Probably a good solid 3 minutes of mixing here. And then we're gonna pour it on. It's good mixed up, so here we go. There it is. All right, I'm gonna go get a torch, keep these bubbles out, and that's awesome. We're just gonna use this little torch since I don't have a big one, and you guys can see those little bubbles. It'll just get rid of those bubbles. That's what we're doing. I'm gonna babysit this. Eventually it'll stop bubbling and we can go home. Okay, y'all, that is a wrap. I'm gonna head on home. Tomorrow we'll come back, I'll sand it down, and we'll do the flood coat, and then she'll be good to go. Ready for Max to weld up a custom stand for it. Pretty cool. That was a solid day. I'm so stoked how that turned out. Let's go up to the rooftop deck and we'll finish off this video. Got one more thing to say. Oh, so much work to do in this house still. Look at that, haven't even trimmed the windows. Corner trim, the roof trim. But hey, beautiful day out, who cares? I suppose what I've taken from all of my failures in life is don't focus on the failures. Don't think about all the what ifs. Instead, try to focus on what you'll learn if you just try. And really, I like to think of it as a playground. Like the whole world is your playground if you treat it that way. If you just treat it as an opportunity to just learn different things and enjoy the learning process and just keep rolling with the punches. Well, I think I'm gonna go try to wind down for the day. So that's the rest of my time for the day. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button down there and subscribe to my Truck House Life YouTube channel. I do a new video every single Thursday at the least. That's all I gotta say. But thank you guys for supporting the channel, and we will see you on the next one. Peace, y'all. Oh! We clipped the curb and took out not one, but 2 tires. Like dented the rim in, like we freaking, it was a banger.
Yeah, it just kind of started sliding to the right there. Looks like Timmy has a winch.
Let the truck kind of slide off a little bit here.
Winch is dead.
Solenoid just like, you can hear the solenoid clicking, but just not engaging. Yeah.
You need the loader then, huh?
Exhaust pressure, no joke. High lift popped off, trailer tongue fell on the ground. So now we're trying to just slowly work it back up with like 8 jacks.
Well, I left Ben's garage open and his dog got out.
We can make that happen for you. Like there is an emergency rate for us to get you in the shop this quickly. So it's $250 per hour.
That's how hot it is?
It's not cold. Sheet catching.
Does it not work?
I don't think it works at all. Super loose.
I just want to be in the mountains.
This one's dead now. That's nice. That one's dead. There's like ice down in every screw, and you like pretty much need the torch.
Why?
The weather's really nice.
Add Woodman Clean Greathouse here, and I'm kicking this homeless guy out of our parking lot. Let's go!
What's this thing?
It's like the shortest jack stick ever.
I know, it's like they want to kill me. All right, 700 gallons later.
Yeah, that'd be $6,000.
Taking all our stuff out so we can sleep here in the gas station parking lot. Yeah. Woo! Funny, because this is actually kind of where I grew up, so.
Is it?
Just coming home. I got a nice meatball mozzarella hot pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Exciting things. We're actually 60 miles from the greatest place on earth.
We've been trying to get to Thompson Pass for like, is it 5 days now?
Yeah, my house burned down this year, and all I wanted to do was come ride some mountains.
Yep.
Make up for it.
We stopped at that trailer place, so this didn't happen yesterday, and here we are, you know, out up the highway with no parts.
When I die, it's like, am I going to heaven or am I going to hell? Oh, you're going to hell. And it's just this over and over and over. Hell's not so bad, actually. Timmy's here.
Here we go. We're rolling, bro.
Up. 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 Oh, yeah. Oh, it's working, Timmy. Woo! Hits me in the face.
It's mine. Home.
You know what they say, home is where the heart is. Who says that?
I don't know.
I asked Timmy, hey, you got a broom so I can sweep that thing out? He's like, I sure do. Okay, I'll be back in an hour. Yep. Polly Pocket's broom over here.
Get to brooming.
Yep. At the end of the trip, I'll have this thing sweeped out. Monday night, but I'm eating it on Thursday night. But I think it even tastes better on Thursday than it did on Monday.
Lasagna's been outside for 5 days out of the fridge.
Oh, no.
There's the features, bro.
Oh, stupid bird.
Yeah, we did all this just to sit inside a camper and stay on a computer.
It's actually the first thing I've done is sit down and work. Come on! Cut in half! There we go. All right.
This is how everyone is that grew up in Glen Allen. Oh yeah, toilet paper almost fell in my ramen. That was super
I mean, there's not a lot of places to put things.
Nice bottom door there.
Come on in, buddy. Hey, check this out. I'm home.
Here's your bed.
My bed. Oh, my shoes, dude. That's a good one, dude. Oh, yeah. I should put those on right now.
Look at your jacket, dude. Jeez.
What? What, dude?
The jacket's literally like 1/6 Gorilla Tape.
I know. Oh, Jesus Christ, Timmy. This is awesome.
Insane.
This is yeah, this is fun. It's like a vacation or something.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Where'd you find that hub at an antique store?
I get this off a T-model.
Timo?
T-model.
Timu? Oh, Timu.
Like the first Ford. It's got wagon wheels.
A Model T.
Let's go get some wagon wheels. 5 miles an hour.